I was quite shocked at Professor Bayram's plans for determining what size implants I should have. My desire for bigger breasts gets two contradictory responses from Dr. Akin. An arm lift causes a scar all along the length of the upper arm, normally on the inside of the upper arm, but that still means that, for instance, in sleeveless tops, the scar will be seen, there's nowhere to hide it. So Professor Bayram from American Aesthetic suggested that to slim my upper arms, I should first try liposuction on its own, and then if I found that I was happy with the way my upper arms look, job done. But if I wasn't happy, then at that point I would or could go on and have an arm lift. The idea was to spare me, if possible, the scarring caused by an arm lift. Regarding my breasts, I have some very important information to share with Professor Bayram.
How much cc?
330. In any cosmetic surgery of the breast, a surgeon usually measures the level of the nipples.
Normalde 20.
Normalde 20, burada 21, burada 22 santim şuraya. Şimdi.
While Professor Bayram marks me up for a potential breast mastopexy, a breast lift, I learn that my nipples are in fact uneven. Or rather, I relearn that because I already knew.
There is a little bit asymmetry between two boobs, like everyone. One of the distance is 22 centimeter, one of it's 21 centimeter.
In case you don't know, I'm Gina and I'm from London. I was particularly happy with the way he said that my scarring might look after my breast mastopexy compared to the way my scarring from my previous mastopexy looks at the present time.
He doesn't think that your skull will be looking bad, it will be really good and healing will be good. So because the appearance of scar is also about how you do stitches as well. So he's really best about it, so I don't think he will have...
önereceğiz kendisine.
And there was yet more good news for making my scarring as minimal as possible.
There are some silicone tapes that make the healing more speedily and looking really much more better. So he says after surgery he can advise you silicone tapes that he is going to show you. It really helps for better healing.
Şu tarz şey.
When you use these silicone tapes for 6 months, it really helps really speed recovery and healing and looking as well for scars.
While I've had 4 breast augmentation procedures, the first one having been done back in 2007, I've only ever had one breast implant size, and that one size was decided before the actual surgery. So given that, I was quite shocked at Professor Bayram's plans for determining what size implants I should have. And what size implant does he recommend?
Hocam kaç cc?
400'ün üzerinde düşünüyorum.
He thinks over 400, but in surgery room there are sizers. According to what looking you want, he's trying with the sizers and he's putting the best one near to what you want, what you expect.
I had told Professor Bayram that I wanted to go bigger, but I hadn't actually told him just how big I wanted to go, and he hadn't asked me, so I decided not to wait to be asked. I would like to be, I think, an E cup. This is D, so just one side. Maybe E or F. E or F. But that didn't change Professor Bayram's plans to try out different implant sizes on me while I lay on the operating table.
If you want big implants like E cup, F cup, he says he's gonna put the biggest one he can do, but it's also about the anatomical shape because what size your breast can accept.
Yeah, sure.
So, and also he's looking to your body ratio totally, and he will put the biggest one he can put. He said that.
I was wary of the idea of not knowing how big my breasts would be before I had my breast surgery, but there was of course a very simple solution to this. But you know, this, no.
Okay. If you have the picture what size you want actually before surgery, you can show him and he can put this implant similar to that one.
Okay.
If he can, of course.
Okay. Professor Bayram showed me that something productive can come of the £42, 3 stone that I've gained in the last few months through sheer greed.
Yer çok güzel oldu aslında.
He says lower, upper, waist, back and arm liposuction. He strongly advises you for BBL, and he's gonna inject the fat taken from you to these areas, and he says it would be perfect for you.
Other than where the dimpling in the lower part of my bottom is concerned, I'd always been quite happy with my booty. As such, I'd never taken any interest in the BBL, Brazilian butt lift. Okay, and what is a Brazilian butt lift, but what does it involve?
Taking the fat, extra fat from your body, they are taking the fat, and they are dividing fat with the good ones and the bad ones, and they are taking the good ones and injecting them to butt area to make that area bigger.
I think you'll understand why what I learned next was seriously disappointing to me. Okay, but the thing about my bottom, dimply, it's dimply, can you see?
Yeah. O dimple'lara bir şey yapamayız.
He can't do anything about the dimples, he said.
Unlike Professor Bayram from American Aesthetic, Dr. Akin in a loss from Aesthetic International suggested going straight to arm lift combined with liposuction in order to slim my upper arms.
You need arm lift.
Yep, that's what I want.
A little bit liposuction here and arm lift.
I know me. Even before Dr. Akin measured the level of my nipples, he recommended that I should have a new breast mastopexy, breast lift. What is this and this?
This is under muscle protest.
Yeah, definitely.
But this breast tissue is go down, and your age is
Causing my
this
breast
is
to
normal.
sag.
Yes,
Ptosis.
sagging breast is normal. This age, and you need liquid. Half centimeter difference, but not problem. You need liquid because this protest is good position, but your breast tissue is go down.
My desire for bigger breasts gets 2 contradictory responses from Dr. Akin.
Same.
Yes, but I also want bigger breasts as well.
Bigger breast and changing that.
Yeah, this is 330 cc
330.
and 30.
Okay.
But then, as far as I'm concerned, what he said moments later contradicted what he said just now.
You want E cup?
E or F, maybe like,
Why?
why? Because I want bigger breasts.
Too simple.
I've gained about 3 stone or £42 in the last few months due to the fact that I just love chips and burgers and cakes and ice cream. But at least my flab will serve my desire for body contouring. I have...
Visceral fat is too much.
Yeah, exactly.
This is skin is good and maybe only shaping like muscle line. Lipo shaping.
Dr. Akin, on the other hand, had a rather different idea.
You need especially diet and sport because this seam is intra-abdominal fat. Okay.
Okay.
Because subcutaneous fat tissue is little bit.
So I can't have liposuction?
Yes.
Oh my god! Likewise, he disagreed with my suggestion for a BBL, Brazilian butt lift, an idea that I only got from Professor Bayram from American Aesthetic anyway. Can you see the dents? Can you do anything about the dents in my
Wrinkles?
bottom? The dents? The
Dents?
dimples? Dents.
Dimples, çukurlar.
Çukurlar yağ enjeksiyonuyla gitmez. Çukurlar
It will not
BBL'le
go
daha çok
away.
artar. Bunlar gamzeler. Bu gamzeler BBL'le daha çok artar.
It will even increase if we will do BBL. The holes.
Derin plana yapacağımız yağ enjeksiyonunda popoyu sadece büyütür.
It will make just big
Pimple
size,
açmaz.
bigger size.
If you've enjoyed this video, then I recommend you to watch this one next. I'll meet you there.